improved the CPS imputation process and is currently helping states understand how the new American Community Survey health insurance coverage estimates can be used to understand coverage expansions under the Affordable Health Care Act. I would like to ask the Director of SHADAC, Lynn Blewett, Catherine Call, Mike Davern, and Jeanette Ziegenfuss, all of whom I believe are here, to please come up to the podium to accept the award on behalf of the State Health Access Data Assistance Center. This outstanding group, I would like to present you the 2012 Policy Impact Awards of the American Association for Public Opinion Research. Congratulations. I'd like to introduce Lynn Blewett, the Director of SHADAC.
Thank you very much. It's really a great, wonderful honor to get this award. I want to thank Frank Newport at the Gallup for leading the group that was quite a prestigious group who, selected us, and Tim Beebe from the Mayo Health Survey Research Center who wrote the letter. I want to thank my colleagues who have been such a great honor to work with, and I've been blessed to work with the best and the brightest at the University of Minnesota. Mike Davern, who is now at NORC of Chicago, and Kathleen Call, who's my colleague at University of Minnesota, and Jeanette Ziegenfuss, who is a doctoral student who is now at the Mayo Health Survey Research Center. So together, I also want to acknowledge the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation and my new project officer, Catherine Hempstead, who is here. Thank you, Kathy, for coming. And, the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation is one of those unique foundations who fund kind of science and methods, and then also allows us to take some of that really critical information and translate it to policy. And it's a wonderful opportunity that we've had through SHADAC to combine really the social sciences with policy applications. And I really feel wonderfully honored to have that as my at my center. And I want to thank the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation. So Mike Davern came up with this name of our project, which is called SNAC. And I have to always think, like, what the heck? What is that? But it is actually SHADAC. And then we worked with the National Center for Health Statistics, which is the N, and then ASPE, which is part of the policy arm of the Health and Human Services Administration, Census, and CMS. So there's two C's at the end. That's SNAC. And it was one of those opportunities where leadership and then Mike kind of bulldogging people to come together and say, if we link some of this data, we could really learn something. And I want to encourage the federal people here to kind of think again about, there's so much information in those survey data that we have at the national, in our federal statistical agencies, and this was one of those where we were able to link some of the Medicaid enrollment data with the CPS and with the NHIS, and really understand how people respond to surveys around health insurance coverage and access. One of the things in policy, I'm more of a policy person than a survey research person. A core of our SHADAC attends this meeting, and it's just I feel so welcomed here and so honored to get this award. But in my world of policy, one of the things we talk about is a window of opportunity. And that's when you have the right legislators, you have the right leadership, and this can occur at the state or the federal level. And it may only occur once in your lifetime, but you're working on these policy issues, which I have been for many years, on health insurance coverage and access. And there's a window when everything lines up and you can get something done. And that's what happened with SNAC. I think that happens with survey research and some of these things where you're trying to make incremental change and an improvement on what's going on. And I think SNAC was one of those, because it's linked these large data that have got CMS, and we got NHIS, and we got ASPE, and people at the table said, linking these data can really help us understand a phenomena and inform policy. And it happened, and it was just fantastic. And largely it was because of Mike Davern, you know, his unique ability to kind of network and get these people together in a room and get over those silos of the federal agencies. So I want to encourage all those federal agencies are here, like, let's do it again. Because there's a lot that we can learn, and you have so much information. So I want to just thank you all and really appreciate this honor. And I know Mike wants to say a few words, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Lynn, and thanks to all the SHADAC folks, past and present, and everyone else who participated in the many projects that were honored tonight. I just want to quickly especially thank the U.S. Census Bureau and the many people who at the Census Bureau made this possible. They sit on an enormous resource, an enormous national treasure, and they allowed us to see the inner workings of that and to be able to examine it in a way that the only way that it could be done was to be willing to show us the underbelly, and that's not always easy. As all of us know, that data is far from perfect. Everyone's data is, and the Census Bureau was extremely open and worked with us and extremely transparent, and they linked all the data for us, and you know, we found all kinds of interesting things about their data that weren't always putting them in necessarily the best light, but the reality is they all wanted to get to better estimates, and that was what made this whole project and the whole endeavor possible. So I'd really like to thank the many people of the Census Bureau who made this project, many projects that we worked on, them possible. Thank you.